What's going on, guys? It's me. It's the last video before 2014. So I figure we need to do at least the one video before it hits midnight. It's like, what time is it? It is 7 o'clock here. Hopefully you're having a safe New Year's, enjoying yourselves. Gonna show you my poll and a couple things I got on Boxing Day. And 2 Christmas presents I forgot to show in the Christmas haul. So I'm up to date with my comics now after grabbing all these. The ones from last week, I only get Forever Evil #4 last week since only a couple comics came out during that Christmas week. And that shipment just showed up today, but the shop closed at like 2 because of New Year's, so I didn't make it out. So I am caught up to that point, and then when I go in this week, I'll have to grab that one with my other week. So it's all good there. It's nice to finally be caught up. I'll show the 2 Christmas presents I forgot to show, and then I'll do the random stuff, and then the poll because it's a large quantity. So 2 of the Christmas presents from my wife that I had forgotten to show just because they were downstairs. One was these 2 things. They came in a little box. I don't know if you can see that. It's like Superman. It's a little booklet all about kryptonite. And then it's like a little thing to put on my desk that says kryptonite. And it lights up. So that was one of the things. And then the other thing I forgot, which was kind of funny because it was like one of the bigger things, was I actually got the Court of Owls box set. So this comes with the trade for Court of Owls and the mask with the stands, I believe, as well. So I waited to show you guys that before I popped it open. So that's it there. So those are the 2 Christmas things. So then for the Boxing Day, I picked up Volume 1, You're Among Friends of Revival. It's the trade paperback. I started pulling this at 8. I heard it was really good, and I haven't read any of them because I'd never read the first trade, so there we go. So I grabbed that. It was on sale. And then I went to a friend of mine's house, and we exchanged presents and played some Marvel Monopoly. So this was the present he gave me. I just finished reading it today. Alex Ross Justice trade paperback. And this has got to be one of my favorite things I've ever read. It was so good, so good. If you haven't read this, I highly suggest you pick it up and trade. It is amazing. And then the last thing I got was, you guys have seen what's in here, but you haven't seen this, is I got it to hang on the wall, and it's this one's a current comic holder. So it's just basically like a picture holder, like a nice frame, designed the whole comic. So I put in my, The Kingdom #1, my first appearance of Magog, just because he is my favorite DC character. So I've got 2 of the copies of this, so we've got that. And then the last thing I'm going to show you at the very last, because it's like the piece de resistance. So I haven't read all these because the stack is pretty massive as always, so I'll tell you if I've read it or not. If not, I'm just going to go through quick. So we have #6, The Superior Foes of Spider-Man. I haven't read this yet, but this is always a good series. Sorry for the glare there. And then we have #7, the Inhumanity tie-in for Avengers AI, featuring Daredevil. Love that cover. And then, because I have all the Infinity tie-ins, I picked up this second last one, because the issue 4 comes out this week, I believe, of The Heist. But this is Wolverine and the X-Men Annual #1, the Infinity tie-in. Then we have #19, Thunderbolts. Everyone knows I really like this book. I've been picking up since the Marvel Now, and I had a big issue with the artwork the last couple ones where I almost wanted to drop it, but they did switch artists, and we're back to some decent art now. So thank you, God. And then I picked up the Thunderbolts Annual #1. I love that cover. Doctor Strange. It's another good cover. A lot of good covers this week. Then we have #4, The Other Dead. Obama glocking it up. And then we have it says issue 1. Basically, this is volume 2 called The Geared Leviathan Steam Engines of Oz. Indie title I pick up. And then we have Black Science #2. Then Superior Spider-Man Team Up #8. We got Namor on the cover there. And then another book that I can't wait to read because I really liked the first one. It was a book that I picked up I knew nothing about. Was Wrath #2. I love that cover. And then another great book, Superman Wonder Woman issue #3. Also excited to read that. And then, of course, how could I not be excited to read this? Nothing better than some Marvel Knights. This is Marvel Knights issue #1 of Hulk. So it'll be exciting to see these indie guys and their take on Hulk. Then we have the Inhumanity tie-in with Mighty Avengers #4. And then #4 of Captain America Living Legend. I've really liked this miniseries a lot. And then we have, I actually did read this, we have The Memory Collectors issue 2. This is a cool book, like, it goes from like normal comics to just like reading a book to flipping it sideways and reading it. Just a really like prototype type comic about like fetish models, and they're like fighting these like vampire things. Awesome artwork. If you like indie stuff, I suggest it. Then I read this. You see, I got it already taped up. This is probably one of my covers of the week. Captain America issue 14. I love this. So we pretty much wrapped it up with Nuke there, and we had the reveal at the end of who's controlling him. Then we have issue #24 of Darkest Hour, the Superior Spider-Man. Spidey's taken over Venom, the Cenobite, and made himself into Venom. A superior Venom. I didn't like this one as much as I like the other two so far, but that's a title I keep pulling and won't really drop. And I haven't read this yet, but the first one was awesome. Issue #2, Clown Fatale. So, if you like cool, like, stuff that's not really been done, this is cool. It's basically like 4 girls, and they're circus performers, and they basically stumble accidentally on a chance to make a lot of money becoming hitmen. And it's a cool concept. Then we have #26, Batman. I'm not really a fan of that cover, but I'm sure this will be good. Then we have issue #11 of Nova. I have not read this yet. Did read this, issue #3 of Pretty Deadly. I really like this. Like, if you're really into poetry and stuff, I find this is a very good medium for poetry. And then we have issue #8, East of West. Read this, and this is kind of like Saga. I don't really need to say much about it because this is like one of my favorite books. I love Jonathan Hickman, and this is amazing. Also read this, #3, Death Sentence. This is so good, so good. It's really out there, cool concept. I suggest you pick this up if you like indie, different stuff. Oh, so good, so good. And I haven't read this yet. I'm interested. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep pulling this or not. So this is basically the make or break issue for me. But that's issue number 3, Coffin Hill. Actually, I kind of feel like I showed this in my last video. I've been sitting on this and I haven't read it yet. So issue number 3, Coffin Hill. Then we have limited series 5 of 5, The Emerald City of Oz. So this is done. I'm glad. I really liked it until we got to about issue 4, 3 or 4, and I was kind of burnt out. It didn't really go anywhere, so. And then I got 2 covers for this. I always pick up the 2 covers that my shop gets in. So number 6 of 6, Adventure Time, Candy Keepers. Love this book. How can you not love Cinnamon Bun and Peppermint Butler, really? So I got that cover. That was cover A. And then this is cover B. And then we have the, I think it's only 2 issues long, I believe, the mini-series for Inhumanity, The Awakening. Like I said, I'm not collecting any of the tie-ins unless I pull it. But this is something I grabbed, was the mini-series. And then these next ones are also like a new title and 2 one-shots that I picked up. You know me, and I'm a sucker for steampunk, so I picked up Steampunk Cinderella. And then also picked out 8-Bit Zombie. I've been pulling that. And it's a wraparound. There's stuff on the back cover too. This is a one-shot, but I'm also pulling the other ones. There's, I think next month, 16-Bit Zombie, and then in February it's 32-Bit Zombie, so it goes up into the gaming graphics, and it actually runs with the characters. So 16-Bit is characters from the 16-Bit game console world, 32, same thing, 64, same thing. So, grab that. And then last but not least from the pull, I haven't read this yet, but it's a mini-series done by the guy that does the Adventure Time comics, and that's the Midas Flesh. Very interested to read this. Should be interesting. And then I actually forgot the piece de resistance back here, so if you allow me, I got it right here. So, this, I went into my shop and I saw this has been there for a little bit. They bought it from a guy's collection, and it's one of those books that, the price was right. I don't like to spend crazy money on, like, key issues or you know, like Silver Age books. Condition's not really a big thing with me. Like, if I have a copy that's decent enough to read and I can say it's in the collection and I've got it there and it's an original print, I'm pretty happy with that. And the price was right. I paid $40 for it. They graded it, I think, at like a 2 or a 2.5. But I had someone else look at it, and they said it was definitely probably a higher grade than that. But they're pretty good like that because they just kind of want to flip it. They don't ever really charge the full amount for it. So enough talking about it. We got Marvel Superheroes Presents Guardians of the Galaxy number 18. It's hard to see with the glare. So as you can see, like, there's a couple like wears, just the coloring gone down there. It's hard to see down there. That's the spine. So the spine's faded. Their spine roll a little bit. The top edging isn't too bad. It's hard to see. The bottom edge isn't very sharp. The edges aren't very sharp. And right there, if you can see, there's like a little tear. It's not ripped totally out, but it's a little tear. So for $40, I said it was worth it. This book's only going to get more expensive, and it's something, I like Guardians of the Galaxy, so I wanted them in. So that is it. $40 sounded like a decent deal to me. It's probably one of the more expensive books I've bought. So there it is in its glory. Looks good though in the bag. Like it's could be in a lot worse condition. So that was everything. Like I said, have a good New Year's. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are, tell your friends. Give me a like. Give me a comment. I'm gonna try. A lot of people commented on my Christmas haul stuff, and I don't think I get a chance to respond back to you. This week's just been hectic with the holidays wrapping up and all that. So feel free to comment, and I will make sure to comment back to you. And yeah. Big things for the new year. We're gonna finally put out my collection video, so you guys can see the, I've got about 1,100 comics, so I'm gonna do a couple editions of it. So we'll go through all the boxes. The next video is gonna finally be the subscriber shout out video. So I'm gonna talk I want to shout everyone out. They should get their own video because you guys, like and comment and share it and all that kind of stuff. So I want to thank you guys by doing what I can to maybe if some of you have videos, I'll help promote on this video and tell so people that watch it that don't necessarily might not follow me get to hear your guys' name. Maybe something will click and they'll want to follow you. So I always do turn up. Hopefully you get turned up tonight, not too much. Be safe. Well, if you do, just be safe. Blessings. Thank you very much. We'll see you in 2014. Rah.